interned for Professor Wanjiko Kabera. And I remember we were with Daisy. And at that time, we were interns in a program that was there for civic education. And I remember the way Prof mentored us. Yes, in a very tough way. And I want to tell young people, there is no internship that will be simple. There is no internship on a silver platter. Then you won't get employed. And also, always remember in the laws of employment that there is probation. So even our interns of JSS, I don't know whether they understand, there is probation for 6 months. And the employer has a right to employ or not to employ. You see, sometimes we are talking here and we put in politics, and we forget these are people who are going to mentor and to teach the next future leaders of the country. And so we have to be very clear as leaders, as parents, that you cannot. You are on probation. Go and read your letter of intern. What did you agree with the employer? So when the time comes, do not use it in a political way. Remember, you are not in a mob when you are being employed. You are employed you as an individual person. You came alone to ask for that interview, and you were employed alone. So let us not also make it very political until we destroy the whole structure, because this is a new foundation for our children and for the future of Kenya. And the other thing the Honorable Lesuda brings in for them to understand is ensure a well-structured and coordinated internship program. I agree with Honorable Mbaya. Where we are going wrong is when you decide an intern who is supposed to do 25% of the job is now doing 100%. That is where we have gone wrong with this structure of teachers. And now they believe they have worked as teachers. And I won't be ashamed to talk about it. I went to my school speaker, and I won't say the name. I met my young interns and the teachers, even the teachers who have been there for a while. And when I looked at the staff room, I felt like crying. Because this is your staff room. You cannot tell me you have just finished your tea and everything is on the table, all the eggs are just there, and you are seated. You are the teacher. What will the student then do? So I just want to say it has to come. It starts with your ethical. It starts with your moral. Then it goes now for you to become the teacher. But I want to also now alert teachers. We are on a digital platform. And I went to Mombasa in a school. A teacher is in one class, 3 classrooms are using a digital platform, they are with their teacher. So awaken yourself. They will reach a point, because of technology, we don't want to see our students crying every day. There's no TSC teacher. We shall improvise and find a way of teaching children, and you'll be the losers. So I want to say, Madam Speaker, for me, I believe if I never went to school, if I never found my teacher, Machete, my English teacher, today I wouldn't be who I am today. So a teacher, my lecturer, today, I am proud when I meet them. But when I look at our children, I wonder whether they will even embrace their own teacher. And I also want to tell the teachers, I have my girl who comes and says, Miss said. I say, what is Miss? Until the teacher said, you call me Miss. I want to tell them, that's where we have missed all these things. Because the student now realizes you're just a Miss. So that value we had in terms of a foundation of who brings me to be who I am today is sort of eroding, and we are just now going back, and we will have to have challenges of how we serve our own people. Yes, it's a calling, just the way other things are calling, because sometimes you find the work you do is beyond measurable. Nobody can pay you that. But if you can mold a child and bring it to us in Bunge and we become who we are today, then I believe they are there, and we must be proud of them and we must celebrate them. But these interns of ours must understand There is a role you play. You know, everywhere you're employed, 6 months probation, you can be removed. And even if you go to court, the courts will understand that that's how it works. Number two, nowadays we have the law in public service. Always remember, before you run to court, you are told use the mechanisms that are there, that have been put in place to deal with. And when you're an intern, you have your letter, you have what you have agreed, you have signed on it, Madam Speaker. They must understand. As I finalize, Madam Speaker, I just want to tell Honorable Naisula what you have done for the country today, and I'm hoping that many, and I'm hoping public service will also come in to see whether there are a few things they will want us to add in. They have to come and meet Honorable Naisula